Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my fifth lesson of Punjab Textbook Board's class 9th Science Group's book. In this class, students will be learning and discussing the application of laws of logarithm in numerical calculation and the use of log of logarithm in your everyday life. Okay. So, before going to this exercise, you should have good command on the laws of logarithms. One thing that is really important, that you should have good command on laws of logarithms. And the second is that how to take the log of any number. For that, how to look at the characteristic and how to look at the mantissa and how to find antilog. Okay. And again, what is the role of characteristic, what is the role of mantissa in antilog question, antilog situation. These are the questions which have to be really clear to all of my students. So, if you are not clear about these all questions, or you have missed the previous class, or there are some people who are catching us late, they have to watch the basic lessons, for which I will be giving the link of the lesson in the description box, because lessons of mathematics are integrated with each other. If one link or lesson is weak, the next link will also be affected. So, please must watch and understand those all basic lessons for better understanding of these all questions. Let me read the question from the book. Question 2 says, a gas is expanding according to the law P into V raised to power of n equals to C. Find C. Find C where P is 80 and V is 3.1 and the n, which is the index, is 5/4. Okay. So, here the question is given in form of the word problem, and the given situation is that we have to find value of C. Given is P into V raised to power of n equals to C. It's up to you. Some students find it more easy by replacing the values in the beginning, or some can find it easy by first applying the laws of logs and then using the values. So, there are 3 questions, so I'll try to solve the situation in both ways, because I have to think about all type of students. So, first of all, what we have to do is that we have to take log on both sides. So, when I am taking log on both sides, take log on both sides. Because the first part, that we suppose that this equals to x, that is already given, that this is equal to C. So, log of P into V raised to power of n equals to log of C. Log of C, or what we can do is that as we need to find this expression, so it's better to rearrange your equation, otherwise there is no harm. Log P into V raised to power of n. Now, you can see, students, the question is containing the expression which is multiplied together. So, which law I have to apply? I have to apply first the product law, that log of m multiplied by n, log of m multiplied by n equals to what? Log of m plus log of n. So, according to that, it will become log of P plus what? Log of V raised to power of n. Now, you can see, students, that V is containing the power as well. So, what is the power law of logarithms? That log of m raised to power of n equals to n. I have to bring down the index and log of m. Learn these all laws by heart for better understanding of this chapter. Log of P plus n into log V. I hope these all steps are really clear to all of you. And then what we can do is that we have to go for the replacement of values carefully. Please replace all of the values carefully, because you can secure good marks in these questions. As P is 80, P is 80, log 80 plus n, n is pi by 4, 5 by 4 and log of v, log of 3.1. Okay, we have replaced the values log c. Okay, and now it's the time to go for the log, and the first number for which we have to take the log is log of 80. We know that the log of any number consists of how many parts? One is the characteristic and one is the mantissa. So if you look at this number, this is containing 2 digits. Either you can apply the rule that how to calculate the log of the number which is greater than 1. Characteristic of the log of the number greater than 1 is always 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part of the number. This question has, this number has 2 digits in the integral part, so the characteristic is 1 less than the number of digits, so characteristic is 1. And mantissa, for mantissa I have to turn and I have to write this number, give a number nearest to 4 significant digits, as the question is having only 2 digits. So 80 will have to be located in what? 80 will have to be located in the table of column of 0, and that is giving me 9031. 9031. Okay, 80 in the column of 0 is giving me 9031, and as mantissa is in decimal, so 9031. I hope log of 80 is easy and you can easily calculate this. 9031 plus 5 by 4, and I have to take the log of now 3.1, log of 3.1, characteristic and mantissa. As this number has 1 digit before the decimal or in the integral part, and this number is greater than 1, so log of the numbers which are positive or which are greater than 1 is always 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part. As the integral part has only 1 digit, so the characteristic will be 0. And for mantissa purpose, what we have to do, we have to make the 4 significant figures, and then I have to locate 31 in the column of 0, and this is giving me 0.4914 or 4914, and as I have to write this number in decimal form, so mantissa is 4914. Okay, now I have to write 0.4914. Now this is the calculation part. It's up to you. First you can multiply this number 1.9. The calculations which are really easy, you must have to show them completely to examiner. 5 multiplied by 0.4914, this gives me 2.457 upon 4, and then what we have to do is 1.9031 divided by 4, 0.61425. As I need to take 4 digits after decimal, so what we can do is, this number is 5, so I can add 1 to the previous, so it will become 0.6143. Log c is equal to, let me add up these two numbers, 1.9031 plus 0.6143. This gives me 2.5174, and as we need to find value of c, so it will be antilog of 2.5174, as we know that this is the log, and log of any number consists of how many parts? 2 parts. Characteristic is 2 and mantissa is 0.5174. We will be discussing the role of characteristic later, but first we have to locate 0.51 table of antilogs. Yes, 0.51 in the column of 7, 0.51 has to be located in the column of 7, and then mean difference column 4. 0.51 when located in the column of 7 is giving me 32 89, 32, 89, 32, 89, and the mean difference column 4, 32, 89. Okay, mean difference column 4 is giving me 3. So first let me add them up. 9 and 3, 12, 8 and 1, 9, 2, 32, 92, 32, 92. Now it's the time. This number is in decimal, and it's a time to discuss the role of characteristic. So as the characteristic is greater than 1, characteristic is 2. So what we have to do, and it's positive as well. So what we have to do is we have to add 1 to this characteristic, and whatever number is coming, we have to place the decimal after leaving so many digits from the left hand side. So as when I'm adding 1 to this, the number comes 3. So it means that I have to leave how many digits? 3 digits from the left hand side. So C will be equal to 329.2. I hope you are really clear about this question, especially the role of characteristic in Antilog. Let's move to the next question. Let me read the question. Okay, the formula P equals to 90 into 5 raised to power minus q by 10 applies to the demand of the product, where q is the number of units and p is the price of 1 unit. How many units will be demanded if the price is 18.00? How many units means that which letter we have to find? We have to find the value of q. I hope this is important. You have to be really clear. And in this question, there is only one value given, that is the value of p. So let's start the solution of this question. That given is p equals to 90 into 5 raised to power minus q by 10, and now it's up to you. Either you can apply the value first, or you can apply the laws first. So this time what we are going to do, we have to put the value in the question, because or as p equals to 18. So what I'm going to do is 18 equals to 90 into q 5 into minus q by 10. I hope this part is clear. And now the requirement of the question is q, that is in the power. So first of all, we have to take log on both sides and decide which laws of log we can take. Taking log on both sides, log 18 equals to log 90 into 5 and minus q by 10. Taking log on both sides, taking log on both sides, you must have to support you're working with statements so that examiner can understand your message easily. Now if you look at this part is the product of two numbers. So what is the law of product of two numbers? Log of m multiplied by n equals to log of m plus log of n. So first of all, I have to apply the log of product of two numbers, log of 90 and plus log 5 raised to power of minus q by 10. And now again, if we look at this part, we can see the question is containing the power as well. So I have to apply another law. You should have good command on all four laws of logarithm. For better understanding of this exercise, log of m raised to power of n will be equal to n log of m. And now according to that, what will this become? This will become log 90. Log and g and 9 are similar, so I have to be really careful, minus q by 10 and log 5. Now all necessary extra calculation has done, and now what we can do is that we have to take the log of these all numbers. It's up to you students. Some of the students will be taking log 90 on this side, and then taking the LCM and going for the cross multiplication, and some can do it in this way. So it's up to you, no hard and fast rule at this stage. Equals to minus q by 10 and log 5. Now what I have to do is that I have to take the log of these all numbers carefully. So let me draw some space here so that my students should not mix working with other part. So first number that for which I have to locate the log is log 18, and now the question is containing 2 digits in the integral part. So what is the rule for taking the log? That we have to write the characteristic and mantissa. So what will be the characteristic of this number? Either you can turn this number in scientific notation, and power of 10 will be telling you that what is the characteristic of this number, like 18. When I have to bring it down in the scientific notation, your exercise 1, I have to multiply and divide it by 10. This will become 1.8 and 10 raised to power of 1. Characteristic is 1. Otherwise, I have been repeating the rule in all of my classes that the characteristic of the logarithm of the number which is greater than 1 less than the number of digits, 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part, as the question is having 2 digits in the integral part. So the characteristic is 1 less than the number of digits. So 2 minus 1 will be 1 for mantissa part, and mantissa of the number is always positive, and in decimal I have to make 4 significant digits, but the number is containing only 2 digits. So I will be locating what, students? I will be locating 18 in the column of 0, and when I am checking 18 in the column 0, this is giving me 2553. 18 in the column of 0 is giving me 2553, and as I have to write the mantissa in decimal form 0.2553, so log of 18 will become 1.2553. And then I have to go to what? Log 90. Log 90. You can see that this first part is the application of your first exercise. So second exercise rather, you have to be really clear about 3.2, where we have learned how to take the log and antilog of the given numbers. Again, I have to decide about the characteristic and mantissa. The number is consisting of 2 digits, so the rule is really clear that characteristic is 1, and for mantissa purpose what we have to do, I am going really slow so that these are the winding up lessons. Students can watch and understand these all lessons properly during their summer break, so that they can secure good marks in their examination. 90 has to be located in the column 0, and this is giving me 9542. Okay, 90 in the column of 0 is giving me 9542, and then as the mantissa is in form of the decimal, it's positive 9542. So log 90 will become 1.9542 equals to minus q by 10, and log 5. Log of 5. So the characteristic of this part, as the question is containing 1 digit in the integral part, so I have to subtract 1, so characteristic will be 0 for this part, and I have to locate locate value of log 5, that is giving me 0.6990, 0.6990. So the log 5 will become 0.6990. Okay, now the calculation part, 1.2553, 1.2553 minus 1.9542, this gives me minus 0.6989 equals to minus q by 10, into 0.6990. One thing that this minus sign can go at this stage, you have the good command on this, and then I have to take 10 to other side. This is 0.6989 multiplied by 10 equals to 0.6990 and q. And now what we have to do is 69.6989 multiplied by 10. This is giving me 6.989 equals to 0.6990 6990 q. Okay, let me go up. I have the space over there. Q, for finding value of q, I have to shift this number. Okay, q will be equal to 6.989 upon 0.6990 divided by 0.6990. This is giving me q equals to 9.99 or approximately equal to q equals to 10. This time we are not required to take the antilog. The problem has solved without antilog. And let's move to the next question. Let me read the question from the book. Question says that if area A equals to pi r square, we have to find value of A, where pi is equal to 22/7 and radius is 15. In all these questions, just one or two basic techniques that we all should know, that what is the log of any number, how to take the log, and log is consisting of how many parts, that characteristic and Mantissa, how to take the characteristic and how to locate Mantissa, and what is the role of characteristic in log problems, and what is the role of characteristic in anti-log problems, and then what are the laws of logarithm. Laws of logarithm, they are really clear and important. So please you should have good command on these all points. Moving to the question, question is A equals to pi r square. Given is that A equals to pi and r square. Now we have to find value of A. For that purpose, it is your choice. Either you can take you can replace the values first, or you can apply the laws first. I am going to apply the laws first, taking log on both sides, taking log on both sides. Log of A will be equal to what? Log of pi r square. Now you can see, student, here we have the expression which is multiplied together. So what is the law of logs, which tells us about the product of two numbers, that log of m multiplied by n will be equal to log of m plus log of n. Log of n. So first of all, I will be applying log of m, which is pi, plus log r square. Now you can see that r has the power 2. So what we are going to do is we have to apply law of power of logarithm, that is log m raised to power of n equals to n log of m, that I have to bring this power down. So the question will take the form log pi minus 2 log r. It's the time to replace the values of pi and r. So log pi is a value 22/7 minus 2 and log of 15. Now what we can do is that here again our question is, our number is in form of the fraction. So I again have to apply the law. Which law of logarithm? That log of m over n will be equal to log m minus log n, that the division of two numbers in log will be equal to log of the first number minus the log of the second number. So it will become log 22 minus log 7 and minus 2 log 5 minus why is this becoming minus? This is plus, and this is plus. Yes, this is plus 2 log 5. Always check and recheck your working. Here we have to apply the quotient law of log, so it will be with minus sign, rest part will be positive. And now it's the time to take the log of different numbers, like I need to take the log of 22. We know that log of any number consists of how many parts? Characteristic and mantissa. For characteristic part, we have to either shift this number in scientific notation and see what is the power of 10 coming. Like in order to turn 22 in scientific notation, I have to bring the number down by multiplying and dividing it by 10. So this will become 2.2 multiplied by 10 raised to the power of 1. So the characteristic is 1. Otherwise, you can apply the rule, recall my previous lesson, that this is the number which is greater than 1. Okay. So the characteristic of the logarithm of the number which is greater than 1 is always 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part of the number. So this number has how many digits? This number has 2 digits in the integral part. So the characteristic is one digit less than the number of digits. So 2 minus 1 will be giving me characteristic 1. And for mantissa purpose, what we have to do, students, we have to make 4 significant figures, and as the question is giving us only 2 digits, so I have to locate 22 in the column of 22 will have to be located in the column of 0. When I am checking 22 in the column 0, I am getting 3424. And as we know that the mantissa of any number is in decimal, and it's always positive, so this will become 0.3424 or 0.3424. So the log 22 will become 1.3424. And now the second number for which we have to locate the log is 7, log of 7. Again we have to think about characteristic and mantissa, and the scientific notation of this number is 7 multiplied by 10 is equal to 0. Power of 10 will be telling me about the characteristic. Otherwise, as this number is single digit, okay, so it has only one digit in the integral part, so we are going to take away 1 from that, and that will be giving me 0. Characteristic is 0. And for 7 I have to make 4 significant figures, so I will be locating 70 in the column of 0, and 70 in the column of 0 is giving me 0.8451. 70 in the column of 0 is giving me, so the log 7 will become minus 0.8451 plus 2 and log 15. And now what we have to do, the third number for which we have to find the log is log 15. And now again we know that the log of any number consists of 2 parts, characteristic and mantissa. This number is having 2 digits in the integral part, and what is the rule for finding what is the rule for finding the characteristic of the number which is greater than 1? So the characteristic of the logarithm of the number greater than 1 is always 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part. As this number is having 2 digits in the integral part, so 1 less will be giving me characteristic 1. And for mantissa purpose, I have to write this number nearest to 4 significant figures, and as we have only 2 digits, so what we are going to do is that we have to locate in the log table 15 in the column of 0, and this is giving me 1761. 15 in the column of 0 is giving me 1761, and as we know that the Mantissa is the number which is in decimal, so it will become 0.1761. So the log of this number is 1 point, I have to write it carefully, 1761. Now it's the time first to multiply these two numbers carefully. 1.1761 multiplied by 2, this gives me 1.3424 minus 0.8451 plus 2.3522. Here we have two positive numbers, so let me write them together. 1.3424 plus 2.3522 minus 0.8451, 2.3522 plus 1.3424, and this gives me 3.6946 minus 0.8451. Now subtract 0.8451 from 3.6946, and this gives me 2.8495. This is the answer for log of A, 2.8495, and we need to find what value of A. So for that purpose I will be taking antilog on both sides, and antilog of this number 2.8495. and now as you know that this answer is the answer of log of some number, and log consists of which two parts, characteristic and Mantissa. Characteristic is 2 and Mantissa is 0.8495. Let me check the calculation again. So first of all, in order to find the number, I will be locating 0.84 in the column of 9 and then in the mean difference column 5. So let me hold the book and see. 0.84 gives me 0.84 in the antilog table of antilog. Yes, 0.84 in the column of 9. 84 in the column of 9. I have to move straight. 70, 63, 84, 70, 63, and in the mean difference column 5 is giving me 8. Okay, and this will become 8 plus 3 is 11, 6 plus 1 is 7, 707. Okay, and as this is the Mantissa, so it will be in decimal. Now what is the role of characteristic? Here we need to understand the role of characteristic as well. That characteristic will be telling me, as the characteristic is positive, so in order to find the number, what we are going to do is that we have to add 1 to that, and we are getting answer 3. So that will be telling me that I have to move decimal point how many units towards the left or right. As the characteristic is positive, so I will be moving decimal point 3 units towards the right, so the number will become 707.1. I hope you are really clear about this question, and please be careful while you are working. And I always advise it to my students that you have to recheck your working, and if there is small problem in your working, you can correct it, so that you should not waste time in your exam. And moving to the last question of this exercise, let me first read question number 5 from the book. Question 5 says, if volume V equals to 1 by 3 pi r square h, Find V when pi equals to 22 by 7, R is 2.5 and H is 4.2. H is 4.2. Okay. So let's move to the solution of the question. Question is given for the volume of what object volume of cone 1 by 3 pi r square h. Given is the volume, and we have to find we have to find value of V. V equals to 1 by 3 into pi and r square h, and we are given with the values of pi, which is 22 by 7, and r is 2.5, and then what is the value of h, that is 4.2. So it's up to you, either you can apply the properties of log first and then you can solve the question, or you can replace the values first and then you can solve this question. It's an individual choice. I will be applying the properties of log first and then I will be going for the values. I have to take log on both sides. Taking log on both sides, it's good to give the message to the examiner so that he can understand that what we are going to do. Log of V equals to log of this whole quantity 1 by 3 pi r square and h. Now look, all of three quantities 1, 2, 3 and 1 by 3, they are in the product form. So which log I am going to apply first? That log of m multiplied by n will be equal to log of the first number plus the log of the second number. Product law of logarithm I have to apply, so it will become log of 1 by 3, log of 1 by 3 plus log pi plus log r square plus log h. And now what I have to do is that I have to here what we can do is that we have to apply the properties of log, and pi need to replace the value of pi and r, so it will become log 1 by 3 plus log pi has the value 22 by 7 plus log, and r has the value 2.5. if I am not wrong, let me confirm the book. Log 2.5 raised to power of 2, and h has the value 4.2. let me reassure this, and log of 4.2. Here I have replaced the values, and now it's the time to apply the laws of log. These two numbers are in fraction form, so I will be writing log 1 minus log 3 plus log 22 minus log 7, and on this part what we have to do, first I have to apply the law of power of logs, that log of m raised to power of n, equals to n times log of m, and this will become log 7 plus 2 into log 2.5 plus log 4.2. Okay, now look, what is the answer for log of 1? Log of 1 is always 0 and log 0 is infinity. These are the two important points that can come in your objective type as well, so please keep in your mind. And so it means that this part will be giving me answer 0 minus log of 3 plus log 22 minus log 7 plus 2 log of 2.5 plus log 4.2, and I'm left with, okay, 0. I can leave this 0, and I have these two numbers with negative log, So log of 3 minus log of 7, give some symmetry to your working. Log 22 plus 2 log 2.5 plus log 4.2. Now it's the time to find out the log of these all numbers carefully, and for that purpose you should have good command on the first and second exercise of the chapter, because the lessons of mathematics are integrated with each other. The first number for which we have to find the log is log 3 or 3. So we know that log of any number consists of, students, how many parts? Characteristic and mantissa. For characteristic purpose, either you can write the number in scientific notation and it's a single digit, so the scientific notation is 3 into 10 raised to the power 0. The index of 10 will tell us about the characteristic, or otherwise you can recall the rule for the characteristic of the numbers which are more than 1, greater than 1. The characteristic of the logarithm of the number greater than 1 is always 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part of that number. As this number is having single digits, so when I will be taking away 1 from that, so characteristic will be 0, and for mantissa purpose we have to write the number nearest to 4 significant figures. So this number is 3. So what I will be doing, I will be locating in the log table 30 in the column of 0, 4771, 4771, and as the mantissa is in decimal, so I have to write it 0.4771. so this will become 0.4771, and then I have to find the value of log 7. You can see that log 3 and log 7 have the symmetry that both are having single digit in their integral part. So I hope by now you are clear that characteristic of the single digits log mantissa part, we have to locate what? We have to locate 70 in the column of 0. 70 will have to be located. Table of logarithms 70, 8451, 8451. 8451 is the number when I am locating 70 in the log table, and as mantissa is in decimal, so I will be placing decimal here, 0.8451. And third number that I need to find the log is that is log 22. Log 22, again I have to find the characteristic and mantissa. Characteristic, for characteristic purpose, either you can turn it in form of scientific notation, multiply and divide it by 10, 2.2 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 1, so the characteristic is 1. I have given you both the ways. Either you can keep that rule in the mind that characteristic of the logarithm of the number greater than 1 is always 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part, or learn the scientific notation and then power of 10 will be telling you about the characteristic. And for mantissa purpose I have to take 4 significant figures, and now as the digit is containing 2 digits only, so I have to locate 22 in the column of 0, and when I am going to the log table and 22 in the column of 0 is giving me 0.3424, 3424, 3424, 3424, let me confirm it, yes, 3424, and I have to write it in decimal form, 3424. So log 22 will be 1.3424 plus 2, and log 2.5, log 2.5, 2.5. So the characteristic and mantissa. For characteristic purpose I have to write it first in the scientific notation. Bring this 10 up. This is 10 raised to the power -1. Again I have to bring the decimal here. I have to multiply and divide once again by 10. So this will give me characteristic 0. And another thing is that this there is only one digit before decimal, so I have to subtract 1 from that, and that will be giving me 0. And for Mantissa purpose, I have to locate 25 in the column of 0. So a really easy question, that in this question we have to locate all of the numbers in the column of 0. 25 3979. This is giving me 3979, and as the Mantissa is in decimal, so 3979. So this is 0.3979 log 4.2 4.2 again characteristic, and Mantissa characteristic is 0. And now I think we have the enough practice of writing the characteristic now. 42 has to be located quickly. In which column? 42 has to be located in the column of 0. This is 6232, and this will become 0.6232, 0.6232. Now it's the time to go for the simplification if they are needed, like I can simplify this. Okay, in the same step I will be adding up these two negative values, 0.4771 plus 0.8451. This gives me minus 1.3 and 222. Let me confirm the calculation once again. 0.4771 plus 0.8451. This gives me 1.3222 plus 1.3424, and then I have to multiply 0.3979 by 2. 0.3979 by 2. This gives me 0.7958 plus 0.6232. Okay, now first let me add up all the positive values. 3.222 plus 1.3424 plus 0.7958 plus 0.6232, and this gives me 2.7614. Let me reconfirm this value, please. 1.3424 plus 0.7958 plus 0.6232, and this gives me 2.7614. And then what we can do is that I have to take away 1.3 2.7614 minus 1.3 222, 1.4392, and let me go over here. Log V equals to 1.4392. In order to find V, I have to take antilog 1.4392. Okay, now as this is the log of some number, and we know that log consists of two parts, characteristic and Mantissa. Characteristic is 1 and Mantissa is 0.4392. And now what we have to do, students, we have to locate 0.43 first in the column of 9 and then difference column 2. So let me carry my book. Okay, 0.43 in the antilog table. I have to find the value carefully. 43 in the antilog table. Okay, 0.43. This is 43 in the column of 9. In the column of 9, this is giving me 27. Let me recheck this. 2748, and then the mean difference column 2 is giving me 1. then when I'm adding this gives me 9427 and as this number will be in decimal because this is Mantissa. And now what is the role of characteristic? Characteristic is positive, is positive and 1. Characteristic tells us that after leaving how many digits from the left side or right side we have to place the decimal. So what we are going to do, first we have to add 1 to this will become 2. So it means that from the left hand side we have to leave 2 digits and it will become 27.49 is the value of V. Students, I hope you are really clear about how to find the log of the given numbers, what is characteristic in Mantissa, how to locate the characteristic and how to locate the Mantissa in the log table, and how to find the antilog of any number and what is the role of characteristic in antilog and placing the decimals. Please watch and understand these all lessons properly before your board examination. Summer break is really good time for the practice of these all questions.